Hi, Matt here from Freeform Fabrication, and today we're going to talk to you about how to make name necklaces on the Nano 60. So the first step is to choose your font, click on the FI and click on the workspace. Type the name you want it to be. In this case, I'm going to be big-headed and use my own name, of course, why not? So then we want to drag it to make it a bit bigger, centralize it, and keep dragging it to make it a bit bigger until we're happy with the size. You can look at the size on just below where the object list is, where the text is highlighted. You can see the size there. So if you want to size it first, that is an option for you. But also then, now we can choose whatever font we want for our name necklace. So just if you click down on the arrow key when it's highlighted, you'll be able to click through all of the different ones. So this is my favorite font. So this is the one I tend to use. And we want to go to edit and we want to go to curve. And what that's going to do, it'll change the formatting of the text and break it into a series of curves, which means you can edit it letter by letter. So when you do that, it automatically combines it. You want to press uncombine. And then in the object list, you can now see a series of curves. So the next step you want to do is you want to select all of the letters, all of the shapes, except the inside of the letters, the text, the characters. And you want to go to edit and offset. So you want to offset, you don't want to offset inside, we want it to get bigger. The reason we do this is often when you are looking at the text and you find it's better to make it a bit fatter, so you want it almost to look a little bit chubby basically. The reason for that is when you go to cut this out on the Nano, it will always appear a little bit thinner than you think, so that's why we do offset. You want to do edit, offset. We don't want to delete the inside curve. We don't want it to offset inside, and we want it to delete the old curve. And just do it by 0.01 each time until you're happy with the size. Now again, as you can see on here, now we've done it a few times, it does look a little bit chunky, but that'll mean it will come out really nicely, a good size, and thick enough and strong enough. And that's the key part. You need the name necklace to be fit for purpose in terms of strength. And the other way of doing that is how we combine. So right now I'm moving the letters across. And what I do is I hold Control on the keyboard. And that means it will move the letter on the same axis. So it will mean everything will stay perfectly aligned and won't become misaligned. So what now I'm doing is joining these letters up so that they overlap. The more they overlap, the stronger it will be. So that's why I'm just making it overlap on the bottom here and on the top. So now I've done that, I can go to Modify, Plastic, and Weld. So I can click on Weld and then click on Align. So I've highlighted the whole object, and that now has combined all of the letters together. Previously where it was overlapping, it is now joined them together. Just have a look around and see if there's any really thin parts, areas of weakness. And what you can actually do is edit nodes. But as well as making sure they stay nice and strong, you can also help it format the letter correctly. So just by moving these nodes around, you can edit the name necklace to sort of make it perfect for the design basically. So we're just formatting the M here to make it, just look like an M properly. Sometimes when you modify in plastic and weld, it can not look perfect. But now just by adding a few nodes or deleting a few nodes, you can really make it really perfect. yeah, you can size it here again if you want to. And we just want to move it out the way for now, because what we're now going to do is make the eyelets. So we're just going to click on the circle icon, drag it, and we want to change the diameter to about 4 on the outside. Centralize that, and we can copy and paste it, and then change that diameter to 2. So now we've got a perfect little eyelet there. So now we can copy and paste that eyelet so that we've got 2 lots. And just drag those out of the way there. We can bring our name necklace back in, so just by pressing C again, highlight the eyelet and move it into position. You can put it wherever you need to, really. It doesn't matter too strongly. And what you can now do is drag down from that ruler at the top there. If you just left click and drag it down, what you can then do is really make sure you can position the eyelets in exactly the same place so that they balance the name necklace really well. And just get rid of those. And you want it overlapping the name necklace. Again, highlight everything, modify plastic and weld. One of the key points here to make sure that you don't do is overlap the inside of the eyelet. You want to make sure you just have the outer circle overlapping the name. It'll always do combine there. So you just want to uncombine that, and you've got your list of items there. So we're cutting out of 1mm brass today. So that's how we want to choose the preset. So you want to highlight everything. You want to go to your pre-marking parameter menu on the top right here, scroll down to cut 1mm and right click on it, apply to pick object, and then you'll see the color will change to match the preset that you're working on. So now we've got a nice green mat there. That is now selected the parameters that you want to use on your 1mm piece of brass. In this case, typically we have settings set for 0.3, 0.6, 0.8, 1, 1.2. With 1.5, what I would probably do is just select the 1.2mm preset and just increase the number of loops. But yeah, we're just doing the 1mm today. I've selected the outside here. In the object list on the top left, we really need the outline to be at the bottom. Because if we do the outline first and it drops out, we then can't cut out the inside shape. So you've just got a solid piece of metal instead of the name necklace. Typically when you do it, it does make it last, but it's always good just to double check, just to make sure it is. So you can preview just the very outline of the box there, of the artwork, to position it, or by clicking show contour, you can show the exact shape of the name necklace. So once we've done that, we want to position the vacuum nice and close to collect as much dust as we can. Now we are going to mark. So it's going to cut all of the inside shapes first. So we're doing the loop, the eyelets. We're cutting the inside of those first. Then it's going to cut the insides of the letters. So then once it's done the inside of the letters, it's then going to cut the outline. So it's going to go over that. You're looking at probably for 1mm, 20 or 30 passes. Once you've done a certain number of passes, you can give it a poke and just see if it's looking to come out. So this isn't looking to come out, so we've done 20 loops, and while we can see it's cut through, it's not, with a name necklace, it often catches in a few different places. So you've got to sometimes push it out a little bit, but What you can do is run over it again a few more times. So what I'm doing here is I've highlighted the name again, and I'm just changing the loop count on the cut 1mm preset to do another 5. I click apply to set that, and then I mark again. And it's going to engrave in exactly the same place. It's going to cut out, sorry, in exactly the same place. And what that means is we can just keep running over the same part over and over until we know it's definitely cut all the way through. Different metals might require a few different passes, so it's just a case of just maybe running it over a few times, poke it, run it over a few more times, poke it, and just see until it comes out. It's not a defined thing about exactly how many passes to do exact one type of metal. Now we just want to poke. We always poke on the inside shapes because it doesn't matter if they get a bit scratched. So we can see the insides are starting to come out now. It's no problem. They do need a little bit of force sometimes just to really make sure they come out properly. You can see all of those, pretty much all of them are coming out. Needs a little bit of force. Now, just need to be careful then when you're prizing it out. They do hold on in certain places. Obviously, when you're cutting out, it's such a thin area that you're cutting out. So sometimes it's not always easy to get it to come out in one piece. Now you just need to prise it out sometimes. Sometimes it's easier to tap it out than it is to wait for it to drop through. It's not always going to drop through because of just how many catch points there are on name necklaces. We can see it's cut all the way through, just prizing out, and there we are, a nice finished name necklace. Just needs to go off for a polish and it will be good to go. Thank you for watching. This has been how you make name necklaces on the Nano Laser Engraver. If you have any questions or anything we can help with at all, please put them in the comments below. We're happy to help. And please like and subscribe and follow us on Instagram, Facebook, LinkedIn. We always put out more content on there, videos, tips and tricks on laser welding, laser engraving, and stuff about all of our other products as well. Thank you for watching.